So today is August 31st, and we're going to talk about the types of graphs. So your I can statement can be I can identify, because that's all I need you to be able to do, the types of graphs. And when I say types of graphs, I'm not talking about line graphs and bar graphs. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, why are we making this graph? Like, what are we looking for that makes this graph important? Why in the world do I even care why I have this graph? Okay? And so there are going to be 3 types of graphs that we are doing today. They're really not hard. We did them last year, so this should just be a review. And our first one is numerical. It's the numerical graph. So does anybody remember what that number numerical means? It has to do with something. It has to, think about what this number is. Well, I just gave you the answer. Look at this word, and this word has what in it? Number, right? So this is, you're looking for numbers. Your answer is going to be numbers.
Yeah, it's like there's numbers and there's more than one number.
Right. So when this would be, for example, like how many more. So for example, last year we did a lot of how many people liked chocolate ice cream? How many more people liked strawberry ice cream? How many people liked reading the best? How many people went to the beach for summer? Do y'all remember those graphs that we did last year where we asked at the very beginning of the year, like, what you liked, and we were looking for how many and how many more. Or on the test you guys had, how many cars were sold in hour 10? Do y'all remember those types of questions? Okay, so that's a numerical question. The data that I'm giving you is about numbers. I'm looking for how many of something. The next one was categorical. And that one was all about categories. And that one was all about which type of something. So when we did, for example, that ice cream question, the question would be, which type of ice cream did most people choose? Which type of vacation did most people take? Which subject did most people like the most? Okay, so that's a completely different type of question. We're definitely asking for a word. So this one, the answer is going to be in a word, where in numerical, your answer is going to be in a number. Okay, very different type of question. Now, so those are the 2 that we did last year. So there's a new one for this year. And that is going to be data over time. That's going to be the big one for this year. That's going to be the new one that we do. And that is looking for something that changes. So this one's going to be changes or growth over a time period. So for example, let me give you an idea of kind of what we're looking at when we're talking about this. If I measured you every day for 3 weeks, you would grow, and so your number would increase. If I measured a plant, like a lot of people grew plants this spring, if I measured the growth of a plant over a distance of time, that graph would increase, okay? If I, for my sports boys and girls, if I let you throw a football, and you threw a football every day, you would get better and it would go farther every day. So if every day I graphed how far you could throw a football or how far you could throw a baseball or how many times you threw a basketball and it went into the basket, as you did it, that would increase. Okay? So it would increase over time. So that data over time is something that you take a period of time, whether it be a week, 3 weeks, your 3 years. It doesn't really matter as long as you have a set amount of time and you are measuring the same thing each time. Okay? Yes.